Fantastic Four First Steps is a solid movie, but there was room for improvement, specifically in regards to the Silver Surfer. Comparing it to the MCU's first movie will illustrate my point better. Both were movies that had pretty simple plots that allowed the characters and ideas to breathe. In Iron Man 1, the inciting incident is Tony getting captured by terrorists and forced to make weapons. Act 2 has him building the suit and escaping, then he builds better suits and starts saving people. Act 3 has him fighting Ironmonger. First Steps also had a simple 3-act structure. In Act 1, Galactus wants to eat Earth. In Act 2A, the Four visit Galactus and fail to convince him. The midpoint is when the heroes return home with no plan. Act 2B is the plan to teleport Earth away. Act 3 is the plan to teleport Galactus away. Both of these stories really develop the thematic dilemma and pressure in Act 2. In Iron Man 1, Tony is pressed by Stane, Pepper, and Rhodey to continue developing weapons, but Tony is firm on his stance to take responsibility and get rid of his weapons, instead becoming a responsible hero. In First Steps, Act 2 had Galactus, Silver Surfer, and the Earth civilians put pressure on the Four to sacrifice Franklin for the safety of the Earth. This debate is also resolved in Act 2. The difference is that even though Iron Man already ended the verbal debate, Ironmonger in Act 3 was a physical manifestation of the debate, continuing it into the climax. Obadiah used weapons selfishly for profit and was willing to kill Tony to continue that. In Fantastic Four, once the debate about giving up Franklin is resolved in Act 2, that's the end of it. There isn't a physical manifestation of the argument in Act 3, which would increase the weight of the theme. That's problem 1. Problem 2 is that Iron Man was superior in developing its theme because it was executed through a brilliant character arc. Tony went from being unaccountable for the destruction of his weapons, like Stane, to being accountable and opposing Stane. We see this development in detail because of the cave scene. He's almost killed by his own weapons and was forced into servitude by terrorists with his weapons. This logically changes his mind. 4 had the option to do something similar. Silver Surfer was given a similar deal in her past. She sacrificed herself and became Galactus' herald to spare her planet. That's a great foil for how the Four won't sacrifice anyone, but the problem is the actual arc. She and Johnny argue over sacrifice, but they don't see eye to eye and she leaves. Then the next time we see her, she's sacrificing herself to save Johnny and push Galactus. While Tony's thoughtful metamorphosis was all on screen, Surfer's happened completely off screen. The solution to both of these problems is very simple, which shows how well the movie was planned out. Include Silver Surfer as an antagonist in Act 3. She could be fighting the heroes, ideally Johnny, while Galactus is in New York. Both her and the Human Torch could continue their debate and try to get through to the other. Maybe she gets more backstory and character development. In the end, seeing just how far the Four were willing to go to protect their sun and planet would finally change her mind, leading to her sacrifice. If they really wanted to, they could also lean into the romantic angle even more, making the sacrifice feel more tragic. With this small addition, there's a piece of the thematic debate in Act 3, and there's a strong character arc tied to the theme, just like Iron Man, making it a better movie.